I'm Danni Danger, and welcome to Lovecraft. Kick the little ones out of the room and grab your smelling salts. This episode deals with some adult themes. I own a lot of books, and I would say that I deeply love them all. But Locke and Key is one of the few books that I can read and reread until my eyeballs fall out. I have a hard time committing to a genre for this book because to call it a horror story is unfair. Say, a really good horror story walked into a bar and met a really solid fantasy novel. They went home and got it on. 9 months later, Locke and Key would be born. Our tale focuses on the Locke family, who pack up and move to the family estate in Lovecraft, Massachusetts after the brutal murder of their father and husband, Rendell Locke. Meanwhile, their father's murderer is loose and leaving a bloody trail that leads straight to Key House. He's loose. Gross. I love every character in this story, for good and especially for evil. Ty, the eldest of the Locke children, struggles with his haunting memories of the day his father was murdered. Kizzy is the middle Locke. She struggles with her worries for her family, and she tries to find a new identity for herself as someone other than a victim. OneMetal.com calls Kizzy one of their top 10 coolest women in horror. And for those of us who have been following the comic, we've definitely watched Kizzy make a bold emotional transition into a total badass. My favorite character is Bodie. He's an inquisitive little boy and a perfect portrait of how a child his age views the world. I rarely find myself as emotionally invested in a character as I am in Nina Locke. Her struggle is gut-wrenching. She's raising 3 grieving children, mourning the loss of her own husband, and dealing with injuries she sustained during her and her husband's assault. It's literally impossible to flip through this book and not just feel your insides tearing apart for this poor woman. The keys in Key House play a very important role in the story. Each key unlocks a magical door, cupboard, or some other item throughout the house. In the first trade, Welcome to Lovecraft, we're introduced to the ghost key, of course, which Bodie uses to turn into a ghost, but we're also introduced to the Anywhere key, which opens up a door to, well, anywhere. At the end of the story, we catch a very brief glimpse of the Head key, but we won't find out exactly what that does until the second story arc, Head Games. One of the things that makes Locke and Key one of my favorite reads is the artwork. Gabriel Rodriguez is incredible. His art has a degree of detail and grittiness in it that really just grabs your internal organs and runs with them. Locke and Key was written by acclaimed horror novelist Joe Hill. He's written other stories such as 20th Century Ghosts and Heart-Shaped Box. He's also the creepy little voodoo doll kid from Creepshow. Locke and Key is slated for 6 trades. Issues are released monthly, although there might be a delay between story arcs to give Joe time to work on his novels. Well guys, thanks for locking out with me. Share this video, get to the comic book shop guys, read Locke and Key, it's awesome. Don't forget to subscribe and check out some of our other videos, like all of our stuffs. Head down to the comments section and tell me what you think about Locke and Key. Is there a particular key that you would create for Key House? I like the sound of an everybody in their underwear key. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, @Danni Danger. Special thanks goes out to Austin Books and Comics, as always, for letting us film in their awesome store. Thanks to OneMetal.com. Superman, Wonder Woman, Captain America. Any title that's continuing and has been for a really long time can be a lot easier to pick up in single issues. Very recently, DC just rebooted all of their titles, starting them over at #1, so that each character got a new opportunity to have their tale told from a different perspective.